Hey guys, welcome to another episode of SLC Punkcast Live and Wired. I am Eric, and I am going to be telling you about the shows that I exhibited in the last week. And I will be telling you about some of the upcoming shows that will be happening in and around the Salt Lake Valley. So, I only went to one show, and it was half of the show. The thing was, I was pre-gaming pretty hard with my friends, but it was the anti-Christmas suicide prevention benefit show that my friend Parker McIntyre of Captain Daniels and the Sunnybrook Sailors puts on every year, and this was his 7th that he had done. More power to him for doing this every fucking year with a different lineup every time. Every time is a different lineup. My band Anonymous was on one of those lineups a few years ago with Tact, and I can't remember the other. I can't remember some of the other band names, but I do remember Tact. They were awesome. Oh, and Suffocator. Yeah, Suffocator was also on that bill. It was a great time. It was a great time. Every year is a great time. Parker really knows how to put on a show. And this year they had, Captain Daniels, obviously. Captain Daniels plays every year, but they also had Goat Sifter, they had Goners UK, and they had Filth Lords. And I love all three of those bands. However, I didn't see the first two. I missed Filth Lords, and I missed Goat Sifter. And I hate myself for doing that. But, you know, I was taking a few friends down there, and we wanted to get a little tipsy before we headed down. So, me and my friend Josh, my other friend Amber, and my fourth friend Riley, and my roommate were all in the kitchen, and we were just killing 2 bottles of wine. Well, except for Amber, she was drinking whiskey. But we managed to get a little turn, and that's like, all right, down to the show, fellas. And we did. We made it down to the show. We missed Filth Lords, we missed Goat Sifter, but we made it just in time to see Captain Daniels, and they put on an awesome show. They always do. I love seeing those guys perform, even though they got a brand new bassist. But he's a great bassist. He was a great bassist. It was a great time, great watching them. And then Goners UK went on. Goners UK is an awesome band. They're practically a house band over at Aces these days. They played it so much. And yeah, you can see why. If you've seen Goners UK once, then you just can't help but need to see them again. They were an awesome performance tonight. Well, that night, I mean. And yeah, you definitely owe it to yourself to see them at least once. So yeah, that was the extension of shows that I had seen in the last week. It's the holiday. Not really much is happening in the show circuit in Salt Lake City when Christmas time is around. But you take what you can get. And as for the shows that are coming up, there is very, very little, at least in the next week or so. So I'm just gonna announce some shows that go deep into the month of January, about halfway through. In the next 2.5 weeks, we'll say. I usually have my cutoff date 10 days from now, but we're gonna stretch it a little bit just given the circumstances. So the one that's coming up immediately on the 3rd of January is Eagle Twin. They are releasing their third album. Eagle Twin is a great fucking doomy sludge metal, whatever you want to call it, just heavy as hell metal band from the lovely Gentry, who has made his killing in Salt Lake hardcore with his band Iceburn. If you don't know who Iceburn is, you gotta check them out. They are weird. That's super weird, but super good. Anyway, they'll be playing that with our friends in Dragstergas, Dragstergas, and Gurgle. That's GRGL. GRGL. That's going to be at Urban Lounge. It's $10 if you buy it in advance, but it will be $12 day of the show. Starts at 8 p.m. Then on the 10th, we're going to have a lovely spiky jacket, spiked up hair fucking street punk show with Noogie, along with the Idiots, Debasers, and DTA. Don't trust anybody. They're the only non-street punk band on that bill, which is awesome. That's going to be at Loathing Clothing. It's $10, starts at 7 p.m. Then onward from there, the 17th, there is a photography showcase featuring the photography of Emily Lauren, Diego Andino, Jesse Carlton, Jade Whitlock, and Rick Avalos. And there will be performances there from Run Into the Sun, Portraits and Sutures. That's going to be at the Fellowship Sober Hall. $15 entry, starts at 8 p.m. Not bad, right? Not bad. And show up early to check out the prints that are up for sale. That's some good shit, I tell you. Then on the 18th, we have the band Critical Rage Theory, who is a Rage Against the Machine cover band along with some originals. And they will be playing with Clem and yours truly. Apathetic's going to be playing with this band. We are stoked as hell to play that one because, well, I'm a diehard Rage Against the Machine fan. So is Josh. I mean, look at that shit. On my skin for life, bitch. Your anger is a gift. And I'm excited to play with those guys. I'm excited to hear some of my favorite Rage songs. I even reached out to them and asked if they were going to be playing Settle for Nothing. But they didn't. They only practiced a few certain songs and managed to get these certain ones down. So they're going to be playing probably their hits. They're going to be playing Bulls on Parade. They'll probably be playing Bomb Track. They'll probably be playing Guerrilla Radio and Testify. And Killing in the Fucking Name. I love Rage so much, but I hate that fucking song. I hate that fucking song. I digress. That's going to be an awesome show. That's, once again, January 18th. Going to be at Aces High. Starts at 8 p.m. Entry is $10. And that's what I got for the shows that are coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I hope to see you at some of them. I know I'll be in attendance at a few of them. Maybe the one that I'm performing at. We'll see. We shall see. So yeah, it's kind of slim pickings for live shows going on this month. But hey, it gives you enough time to recalibrate after this hectic as fuck holiday season. Well, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Live and Wired. And Dustin will take it from here. I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, Eric. And now we're going to go around the world for a few shows. As Eric pointed out, there's a light amount. I'm sure there's plenty, but I mean, the ones that we are coming across, and again, in no particular order, but for the next 2 weeks-ish, we're going to go to Philly at the Fire from Hostel City, Oi. On Saturday, January 4th, you'll see 45 Adapters, Duffy's Cut, Bad to Worse, and Rip 12 in advance, 15 day of show, 7 p.m., and you must be 21, unfortunately. After that, we're going to go to San Antonio, Texas, at The Mix for MDC, The Brothels, Down Not Out, and Shirley Temple. It's $10. It's on January 2nd. Doors are at 8, bands at 9. Some killer new year. There you go. I got to have the pause there because it's not New Year's Eve or even day for that matter. But the next show here is going to be on December 28th, coming up very quickly tomorrow as of when I'm putting this together. What does that say? Bands and Hands featuring Triangle Fire and Red Hot Empty. Some of these fonts are hard to read. Craft, maybe? Let's see, is that... no, Crypt. That makes more sense now that I know. Los Ojos Muertos and Nilperos. Nilperos? Is that right? Yeah, Nilperos. Nilperos. It's at Kepner Boxing and Fitness. That's in Decatur, Georgia. It's $10 in advance, $20, so save yourself some money. Buy it today if you're listening on the 27th. Doors are at 7. Go check it out if you're going to be in Decatur. Bouncing Souls are doing 3 shows. Saturday, they'll be and all these shows are at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park. I think this is pretty regular that they do this. But they'll be with Strike Anywhere, Tim Barry, Gimme Drugs. On Sunday, there'll be Dave House and The Mermaid, The Ratchets, who just put out a new release, Seaside Caves. And then on Monday, they'll be with the Pie Tasters, Beach Rats, and The Kilograms. So go check them out. I assume they're going to be doing different shows, but either way, you get to see different bands each night. So if you're going to be in Asbury Park or anywhere nearby, you should definitely check those guys out. St. Louis Punk Rock Flea Market is going to be on Saturday, December 28th, featuring Soft Kill, Christmas, Bastard Squad, Better Days, Man with Rope, Squint. It's $20 in advance, so you know what to do. But if not, it's 25 day of show, and it's at Off Broadway. So go check out those bands coming to town. There's a Brumpunks Christmas Bash. That'll also be the 28th busy weekend. This one is in Birmingham. UK, make that clear. We'll be featuring GBH Drongos for Europe, The Samples, The Acid Tongue, and Kicked in the Teeth. Killer bands. It's at Castle and Falcon. $20 on the door. There's no guest list, but doors do open at 6, so get yourself there. Then coming to town, and shout out to Cody from Pirates Punks. Eric also mentioned this, but I'll also mention it as it will be coming to town here. Noogie's coming in from out of town. Cody gave me one of the flyers at the No Guard show, and I want to re-mention it. It'll feature the Idiots, Debasers, DTA. It's January 10th at Loathing Clothing. $10 all ages. Doors are at 7. Next up, we've got On the Cinder playing the GOA EP release show, More EP release show. And this will be at Mohawk's Place. I believe this is probably in Buffalo or thereabouts. It'll also feature Do Crime, Hold Out, Bile Study. And it is January 10th, 6 p.m. Our doors, 7 p.m. bands, Mohawk Place. Like I said, it's 16 and older, so you can't be too young, but you can definitely be under 21. That's 5 years worth of people added in. It's $15 or pay what you can. Go check it out. Obviously, GOA is going to be playing their new stuff from their new EP. Then on Saturday, January 11th, it's a 21 and older show, 7 p.m., and it's only $10. You can go see Cheeseball, 390, The Atomic Circle, Better Than Sex, Good Child, and Mulholland Drive. It's at the Regal Inn in Lakewood, California. It's Working Class Promotions and Celebrity Stalker presents. Cool flyer on that one. All the flyers are cool. That's why we do this, is to also show off the cool flyers that get put together. We're going to stay in California, Anaheim. This one's soon, tomorrow, December 28th. You can go to events.eventgroove.com for Doll Hut shows, because it's at the Doll Hut in Anaheim. It's 21 and older, but it does start early. Look at that time there, 3 p.m. There's going to be more bands to be announced, but it'll feature D.I. Skatonic, Rednecks, The Minges, Straight from the Grave, Functional Lunatics, Car Pit, Megalodong, and more, obviously. So go check that out if you're going to be in Anaheim tomorrow, or it could be today. Depends on when you're listening. Hopefully it didn't pass you by and you missed out. We're going to go to Santa Ana, also in California, and this one will be next Friday, January 3rd. It features Black Flag and the first 4 years, it appears, of Black Flag. It'll be an all-ages show, and support will be from the Dickies. Nanu Nano did the artwork, really cool artwork. He had quite a busy and fantastic artwork year, but a really cool flyer here. It's at the Observatory. Doors at 7, show at 8. You can get your tickets, unfortunately, at Ticketmaster, but if you want to go see those bands, you know what to do. Go-Go Bordello, starting today, has a little tour. It'll be in Burlington, Virginia, with Puzzled Panther and Pawns. The 28th will be in Port Chester, New York, John Spencer and Grace Berger. Same support in Baltimore on December 29th. On the 30th, it'll be in Philly with Puzzle Panther and Pawns again, and wrapping up the year on December 31st with our pals in Crazy in the Brains in Jersey City. That's their hometown. And finally, we'll wrap up this last episode of the year with the Gimpfish show that's going to be on January 11th. 15 years, Midnight Tattoo. Gimpfist, Midnight Tattoo, 1984, Hit Lude, all killer bands. There's pre-sale for €20. You can go. This is in Antwerp, by the way, and you can get tickets and info at antwerpstreetpunk@gmail.com. You can see the rest on the flyer. It's pretty great. I hope everybody has a wonderful new year, and we will catch you after the new year.